This is the enormous task of infrastructure in Bosnia. It's, to my best knowledge, with very few exemptions, completely rocky and very mountainous. There is a little bit of flatland in the north, in the so-called Krajina, at Banja Luka. There is a little bit of flatland around Mostar when it's opening towards the Dalmatinian Croatian coast. But the rest, what I have seen in Herzegovina, mountainous and very deserted, depopulated. Here you can also drive half an hour, see very little but agriculture and forest, a little bit of, but mostly it's big mountains. And here I have entered already the Gorazde canton, and that is part of the federation. It was very interesting how it was designed in '95 in Dayton. They were sitting in these military installations in Dayton, Ohio. They were sitting Milosevic, Izetbegovic and Tudjman together with Holbrooke and Chris Hill and the big Americans and the generals. They had a kind of map, and then they decided, and this was like a permanent negotiation process about the 51-49 formula. 49 for the Serbs, 51 for the... There's a wonderful video about that one online on YouTube. And this was the Dayton Agreement. And then it was complicated because Gorazde was so important because it was a hero city. They couldn't leave it to the Serbs from the side of the Bosniaks. This was the city which was not massacred. It was besieged for 3 years. Gorazde was extremely important, and it is the symbol and that the Bosniaks, they could survive in under a siege, and they could supply themselves. They had this supply routes, and they were wonderful and brave people. So the Bosnian Muslim leadership, they couldn't simply give it up. But geography-wise, that's very wide in the east here. I'm already traveling an hour east of, or 1.5 hours east of Sarajevo. So it was a very complicated geography-wise thing to do, how to actually integrate Gorazde. Here I'm at the turn for Gorazde. I have to find that. Here somebody imposed himself on the traffic without waiting. That's not the road to Gorazde. But I'm now have the turn for Gorazde, and it turned out to be most people do it like this when they are imposing themselves on the traffic. And then they are basically just having a very short way. That's also not a short when they're way to Gorazde. Here there's a funeral. That's a typical funeral procession. Here in this village, they are going to, somebody died, God bless him. This is a Muslim funeral. And there's the hero of the war monument. And here we are on the road to Gorazde, to my best knowledge. This is the road to Gorazde, I think, yes. Oh no. Gorazde? I have no idea. Good, I guess yes. I know I'm not like my friend Nick. He's a big expert for Bosnia. He was here in the military. I was a student representative back at the university at that time in 92, 93. But, okay, I'm here now in Gorazde, discovering, and Austria was anyhow not sending any soldiers back then. Here people are on the streets. So I guess this is the road to Gorazde. It's nice. And I will learn everything about Gorazde. It's good. In 92, 95 I was a student leader of Aktionsgemeinschaft, and I started my EDS times. And I had many students then at the international student from the conservatives, EDS, from Serbia, from Bosnia, from Croatia. At my meetings it was very tense atmosphere. In 95 I remember very much. In the summer university there were Serbs who were serving as snipers at the seminar, and there were Croatians serving as in the liberation war was going on. Yes, and I really, I'm not sure. There's probably many Austrians who really did a lot for the Balkans, and I was really very active also for Serbia, and I hope for European Serbia. The quest was always on, but the Russians and the Serb nationalists always won. They committed all these atrocities, killed so many people, and then also politically they killed Cincic. And in, but it's still a road ahead. That's the road to Gorazde, and that's basically the federation is still here. That's part of the European part, yeah, if I wanna call it like this. All should be united, and I will say I will fight for the dissolution of the Republika Srpska if they don't support Ukraine, and that's what they seemingly don't do. I hope I'm on the right track. Politically I know, but I'm not sure. Here, if this is the road to Gorazde, maybe I should take a second look. Okay guys, thanks a lot. More to come from Pax Europiana here, and please invest in infrastructure. I think I'm not on the right track. Good, I will have to do some orientation. See you soon, or I'm lost. Bye. And please invest in infrastructure in Bosnia. If this is the road to Gorazde, something is really seriously wrong here. Bye.